Welcome to week 4 of the 5th quarter. I'm Tara Skipper. We're at Garden Grove High School for a crosstown matchup between the Pacifica Mariners and the Garden Grove Argos. Both teams are going into tonight's game undefeated. We hear there's been some trash talk going on between the two schools this week, but in the end, only one team can win and get the bragging rights. The Mariners didn't waste much time getting down the field. Wide receiver Joel Willis ran 40 yards to score the first touchdown of the night, 7-0 Mariners. Argos quarterback Josh Webb responded with a 26-yard completion to Tyron Carter in the end zone to tie the score. The teams took turns scoring touchdowns until the middle of the second quarter. The streak ended with a Garden Grove fumble that Pacifica recovered on their 43-yard line. Running back Cody Johnson ran the ball 42 yards down to the 1-yard line, followed up by a touchdown by Michael Estrada on the next play. 28-14 Mariners. Pacifica continued to play strong as they wrapped up the first half with another touchdown and 2 huge defensive stops by linebacker Ryan Dickinson. Pacifica ended the half leading Garden Grove 35-14. The Pacifica band and drill team entertained at halftime. The Mariners didn't lose any of their heat during the break. A nice block by Andrew Moore made it easy for Willis to get to the end zone. 42-14 Mariners. The Argos proved they weren't out of the game just yet. Giovanni Duran completed a long pass to Webb for a touchdown. They missed the extra point, making the score 42-20. The Argos defense kept fighting for a comeback and put some pressure on the Mariners. After forcing the Mariners to punt, Duran threw a 35-yard touchdown pass to Avery Williams, 42-27 with the Argos still behind. Garden Grove hoped an onside kick would get them the ball back, but the Mariners recovered and held onto the ball until the end of the game. Final score, 42-27 Mariners. Cody Johnson rushed for 240 yards and felt the team's confidence going into the game helped them get their 4th consecutive win of the season.
We knew they were going to be a tough team. We know they've always have been. We just came in knowing we could dominate, and it's what we did. We came to play our hardest. It's what Pacifica's about. Play hard, work hard, you're going to get the W.
The La Quinta Aztecs are looking for their first win of the season, and so are the Fairmont Prep Huskies. The 0-2 Aztecs got off to a great start with this touchdown from Nicky Liu. This young man would be busy tonight. The score was called back on a penalty, and 2 plays later, Hunter Marston knocks the ball loose and Brandon War scoops it up. The Huskies score on the next play and then manage to turn a botched extra point snap into a 2-point conversion. Fairmont leads 8-0. La Quinta battles back. A 70-yard drive is capped by this Nicky Liu touchdown, and the Aztecs are down 8-7. Second quarter, La Quinta cheerleaders are trying to get the crowd going. It looked like a tough job, but not on the field. Quarterback Andy Liu airs it out to Luis Rupena for the score, and the Aztecs get some breathing room. They lead 13-8 at the half. The La Quinta Marching Aztecs are one of the best high school bands in the district, and they prove it every halftime. Third quarter, the Aztecs aren't letting up. Andy Liu connects with Rupena for another score to give La Quinta some cushion. Aztecs lead 20-8. Fourth quarter, the Aztecs have the ball, and it goes to Nicky Liu. He drills his way into the end zone. La Quinta has a commanding 27-8 lead. The Huskies fought it out. A screen pass from Bobby Varnado to Brandon Moore closes out the scoring. Aztecs 27, Huskies 16 in the final.
We've got a good block and have a lot of room to run. Pretty good games today.
From April, May, they're working out in a weight room all day long, every day, all off season, and they just don't believe in themselves to get a win. For them to actually work hard to get a win and come out on top, the smiles on their face, you just can't get much better than that. Hopefully this will build for next week.
Reporter Gaston Castellanos has more highlights from Rancho versus Cerritos and Santiago versus Bosco Tech.
The Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros are coming off a tough 1-point loss to Sunny Hills last week. Like Rancho, the Cerritos Dons are 0-2 and looking for their first win tonight in Garden Grove. First quarter, Dons quarterback Marquis Moss on the keeper. He's dropped in the backfield by Emmanuel Amador and Brett Hurley. That has some fans celebrating in the stands. The Cerritos drive continued, though, and Moss brings the ball to the 1-yard line on this play. Next snap, Aaron Francis walks into the end zone, and the Dons have a 7-0 lead. Next Rancho possession, Lincoln Falatoy has the ball, but Thomas Lemesu makes a great play causing a fumble. The Dons recover but cannot capitalize. Still in the first, Jimmy Guevara takes the snap and makes the throw. Emmanuel Amador picks it off for the interception. The Ranch was not able to capitalize, however. Third quarter, another key defensive stop. Amador puts his head into it, upending running back Aaron Francis. Amador was taken out of the game. His bell had been rung. With just over a minute to go in the third quarter, Guevara takes the snap into what looks like a broken play, but he turns it into a 56-yard touchdown run. Cerritos leads 14-0. The Dons would score twice more in the fourth as the Rancho defense finally gave way. Aaron Francis reaches the end zone after a 5-yard scamper. And in the final minutes, the Dons do it again. This time Guevara on the keeper from 17 yards out. The Dons win the game 28-0 as the Rancho offense goes missing in action. It's a beautiful day for football as the Santiago Cavaliers take on the Bosco Tech Tigers in a rare daytime game. The Cavs are undefeated and the Tigers have one loss. First quarter, the Cavs are on offense, but a tough Tigers defense means they have to settle for a field goal. The two teams left the field at halftime after a tough battle, 10-3 Tigers. The Tigers came out of the locker room ready to rumble. Wide receiver Ed Santana brings the ball all the way down to the 9-yard line on this play. Tailback Devin Welsh does the rest with this 9-yard run for the score. Tigers lead 17-3. The stingy Bosco defense kept the Cavaliers in check. The Tigers scored on their next possession on this Devin Welsh run, 24-3 Bosco Tech. Devin Welsh then intercepts an Orlando Canellis pass and runs it all the way into the end zone for another score. In just a few minutes, Santiago is down 31-3. The Cavs never gave up. Halfback Melfred Kulis did some great running and scored a late touchdown, giving Santiago some redemption, but the Tigers still lead 31-10. Bosco Tech managed to squeeze in another score. The final, Tigers 37, Cavaliers 10. We have one more score to share with you. Bolsa Grande was blanked 50-0 by Buena Park Thursday night. For Terra Skipper, this is Gaston Castellanos with another edition of the fifth quarter.